players traveling from across the world, one final game to find out who our 100 players are for tomorrow's $1.5 million final.
Game 4 coming in, a northwest to southeast bus approach, and already at the top you have people dropping over the water. You're gonna have, looks like Junk Junction might be a little busier than usual. I would expect players to stretch Wailing Woods, Risky Reels, Flush and Greasy probably pretty often in a situation like this, especially competitive players. They know that targeting the outside zone is important, but Tyler's, if he's looking to put a record elimination count up this game, going for 11 or more, he's got to jump into the heat, and I think that's exactly the plan. Going to Salty smack dab almost in the center of the map, looking to see if he can pick up a couple early eliminations. Going to hit the tree house, it looks like. 3 chests possible. No, he flies past, going to the house at the end of the street there.
This is my this is actually my exact skin loadout.
It looks like he bypassed a weapon, gets the pump action shotgun and an LMG instead, which is an excellent loadout up close against whoever's in the roof above him. And now it's kind of the time to choose when to engage. Whoever's up there, you better look out.
Oh, he's great. He's got minis. He's going to fight this right away. He's going to fight this right away. Tyler's not only, took the microphone twice from Zeke, but also promised 11 elims this game. So we'll see if he's a man of his word. Frankie has moved towards that middle treehouse, and I believe the player who landed on Tyler's actually built up and out towards a sniper tower, trying to avoid that engagement.
Ashton getting an engagement over here at the hotel. Got to hit those shots. 1 left, and he couldn't secure it. Rogue's Double O Flower gets his first elimination. Only 14 HP left.
Did he have 200 health already?
It looks like he might have. Right. And actually, earlier already this evening, Flower had secured 4 elims in a single game, which it means he's got 1 point and 5 elims minimum for the night. That can put him into Monday, even if he doesn't get another point, Jack. We've seen people make it in with 6 eliminations and 1 point. Tempo and Tilted, which is surprising. Tempo knows that there's like Nick Merckx gets the shotgun shot from, looks like down the stairs. It's Crypto from above, actually, pushing in now. Maybe here's the shield. The mini popping, and Tempo's going to try and layer up against these early game materials. Super important. Even though he doesn't have a lot of them, he's got to position them. Like Crypto for the shot there. Tempo, this is like mid-fight harvesting materials, knowing that every piece that he has counts.
Yep.
Every layer is stopping a shot from that shotgun.
Here's Ecstatic over towards Double L's.
Ooh.
Eliminating Ectic.
Another controller player. It's great to see both controller and keyboard and mouse players staying competitive against each other. Putting on a good show here in Tilted Towers. Tempo trying to he's still on the hunt. Still looking for this. And he's not the only one here. It's not a 1v1 anymore. Nope. Lavish and Crypto are here against Tempo. I would expect as soon as an elimination happens on one of these players, the third party is going to push, hearing potentially a shield break, something like that. You're going to see quick, aggressive gameplay from all 3 players here as soon as something starts.
So you see Tempo's like looking towards his back, even though there's players near him. He's looking to see if maybe someone from Big Gray is going to begin to shoot down on him or something along those lines. He's got to be wary of that. Nice little loadout here for DT. We'll be able to loot as well this campfire. Hunting rifle. Another gold compact SMG, the legendary compact SMG right there.
Shoots in the feet, going out with a bang. Looks like a self-elimination. Hysteria takes out tfue, who we've watched a number of times over the course of the last few days. But here we go, Tempo. Layering up. He looks like he owns a number of surfaces in the stairwell. Players will take advantage of that.
Fourth party now.
Everybody, there's a party going on here, and everybody wants a piece of these elims. These early ones count big time, especially if it's could potentially be a player's first point.
Well, there goes half of Double L's.
Editing his way in. Tempo sees. I almost expected a shotgun shot trying to snipe an elimination there. Marsh in the feed taking a little boat out. Stick the Jenner getting elimination on Bumboy, while these players are still in Tilted. The C4, almost. There it is. Tempo at 5 HP, and the shot from Ryan Rex gets Tempo eliminated.
I think Tempo's still got to be proud of his performance tonight, though, especially from earlier on. Sheesh, that's an awkward spot for Godvat as King BO2 just beams him there with that little health. But then, unfortunately for King BO2, you see, I think that was blind pushing blind on it, right?
Back here, Senrio back in Pleasant Park, going for the revolver shot, misses it, but doesn't even matter. Gets elimination on GS Logan. This is first for the game. Joker Untamed, who we saw earlier doing a little player preview there, gets a lucky horseshoe here. southwest. This is that pair of double buildings southwest of retail. That's 2 elims for him. 1 elimination gives him a point. 1 more there. Posey says, I heard the fight. I'm on my way in. And this is a perfect example of third-partying the sound cues. People will hear it. And actually, maybe not. He was still smacking materials on the way in. Joker and Tame might have caught him off guard.
He's going for this, and he has no idea just how much health Posey has. Posey's...
Oh, the third party. The snipe, 162 meter. Wow.
I'm assuming that is our furthest elimination of this game so far. And there's a look at it there.
Look at
just how far away that snipe was. Yes, it was the furthest elimination at 163 meters. My goodness, folks.
Now the storm's starting to shrink. Currently, as interesting stat, it is 1,600 meters wide right now. And here, Crypto getting lavish. These players have been fighting it out here for quite a while. And Ecstatic still alive as well. 1v1 here. You got to look out for a peek around the corner. People will third person and use the camera angle to watch for pushes, watch for a time to pop out. I think he placed the campfire inside. He's going to move inside and kind of wall it off so that he can take advantage of it. Crypto's above it. He's got to hear it.
Yeah.
I mean, Crypto knows exactly where Ecstatic is, and potentially choosing when the push is going to be much easier now, the angle at which he can come from, because he knows
Crypto might be right here. Oh.
Almost expected it to peek that shot and catch Ecstatic off guard. Crypto's actually, he's looping around the outside. You know they're listening to each other the entire time. Though the trap going down through to protect. Crypto actually in the feed there gets Ecstatic with the pistol to fight we were just watching. But over here, the west side, the factory is by Lonely Lodge.
Nikiski building on up, dropping down, has a ton of materials, but not much ammo to use. This is one of those fights where the currency you're looking for is extra ammo for your next engagements. Continuing to break on it, gets control of the pyramid, but I don't think anyone's even in that 1-by-1 anymore. Yeah, that guy's been long gone. He moved to the build just behind him, and he's actually just going to give this one up. Will Sloth shoot him in the back now?
I almost expect it. Potentially hearing the moved out. Yeah,
he just like leaves him.
Sloth gets a couple taps. The gray SMG from distance doesn't really have anything. I mean, tab firing maybe with the AR is a better option here because the SMG is not nearly as accurate. First shot accuracy with an AR at that range is going to be superior, but he was just looking to spray a bit to see if he could get any damage on him. Maybe even a method of shield checking, see if his opponent is weak enough that under 100, there it is. Turns around as Nikiski dropping down, but the third party coming in. The shots from the hill on Tilted, which is exactly what Nikiski was looking at pushing towards. Nikiski, Divine's teammate, eliminated there, and Sloss has 2 elims.
This was King against Blind. Blind just drops on in, and 2 quick crits from that tac shotgun will send him home. Here's Tyler's from last game, promised 11 limbs in that interview. Still at 0, but still, it doesn't matter for him. He had the perfect performance in game 3.
53 players left. The circle's about to close. We're going to see where people are going to have to move next, and it's basically centered in the previous storm. So everybody's about the same distance, equidistant from the outside edge. Nobody has too much pressure, but there is under 2 minutes. You got to start making moves before too long because you want to get into these circles early. Competitive players, they're going to try and gatekeep, and if you're outside of the circle, oh, fade! Baited. Tyler's goes down, 0 eliminations.
Heavy shotgun, man. Heavy shotgun. The highest damage output of any shotgun. That heavy when it hits a crit headshot, and it shows it right there. That was Tyler was running in with 142 HP. Kev is popping the Chug Jug, hands off the keyboard, just hoping it even has time to use it.
It's on the far west side too. You see the map there in a top-down view of the area that Kev's getting that the Chug Jug off on. 2 players already engaging each other, and it looks like someone is trying to hunt Kev down. The audio cue from that Chug Jug could be very revealing. Players like General, you see that he's pyramiding on top of his own ramp to block a pyramid attempt from his opponent. Maybe even a trap player. Gets the shotgun shut off. Looks like 80 shield damage, which means he knows his opponent still has some shield left. You didn't hear the audio cue. And Yo-Yo, keep it up. A player we've seen in previous summer skirmishes. Puts on a good show, but cannot clutch. Gets dropped down. General drops the platform out from underneath him. Yo-Yo falls in and gets shotgunned.
He's trying to move quick to drop down. There you go. This was that fight we missed earlier on when Crypto picked up the legendary double barrel shotgun. 1, 2.
The
nice little swap to the pistol. That rare pistol is quite good when the bullets connect. Here's Kyle over on in crates just above retail. Looking for whatever he can get. The epic assault rifle. Quite good. Absolutely shreds, and the drum gun as well. Swapping between two spray weapons. You see all the builds coming on in, denying any bit of high ground he can. Now he'll try to match the build himself. Follows it on up. Joshua just below. Definitely a health advantage here for Kyle. Seems like he's having trouble spotting exactly where he is. Oh, you hate to see that if you're Kyle. There he goes. Joshua with the elim, his first of the game.
Now you see the board here, 6 players currently with 3+ eliminations. Actually just went up 7. DT, Sakairos, and Marsha, the only ones still alive though. So you've got 4 players that have earned themselves a single point, plus those elims, which can mean all the difference for tiebreakers. We still have 3 alive that can keep pushing the elimination count, go for more points. Only 2 more eliminations separate them from 2 points, and that we've seen the last 2 days has been enough to push them into Monday's grand finals.
Diabolic. Falling down this hill. Look at the zone at his back. Time is against him as he's going to have to move on in. Knows there's one player in this broken house.
Speedy peaks.
Nearly gets a haircut there from the player. He's going to keep on moving. Keep placing these walls.
Damage yet either. 100 still. In the feed, Blind goes down to Rex. And Blind this game did not have enough elims to get a point. Not high enough rank to get a point, so no points from this game for Blind. As previously we were watching Joshua versus one on the backside of the wall here. We were hoping, I guarantee you, Kyle was beating himself up. There's a level of inaccuracy there. The spray from the SMG just didn't connect enough.
His tracking was not very good in that fight. That's what cost him the grenades. Sakairos trying to outbuild it, trying to stay alive. Not many mats left to his name. 3 limbs so far, so 1 point earned, but now he's getting shot from multiple areas, down to 5 HP. I think the end is near here, Lupo.
If he clutches this, no. He almost used the rip to go.
Oh my gosh.
Opted not to because the shot stopped. He's going to get bandages off. Nope, he heard more shots come in. A layer got knocked out, and that's a good call. I'm actually extremely impressed at the hesitation on using the rip to go because he was trying to hold on to that. It's such a powerful item to have late game. You can reset an engagement that you are at a big disadvantage in by just getting up on top of everybody. But he has to take advantage, box himself in, and I'm going to be honest with you, this is an extremely obvious location. Those walls don't belong. I mean, they don't belong to the...
what gives it away?
Exactly.
That they're building, that they're not obviously the same structure. There's a lot that's not good for him right now.
If somebody watched him move in there, they're going to take shots.
Yeah.
I don't feel like very often you'd see a player box themselves in something like that because it's very telltale.
Look at everyone outside this next zone.
There's going to be a lot of people coming in. Everybody that's inside the current zone down there in the south. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw maybe one of those players, the 4, the top side, move north and try and build up, or even that northwest, whoever that is in the northwest, start gatekeeping. You're going to have a lot of people coming in, definitely from Salty. It's a very popular spot. Plus, everybody from the west side of the map, they had to push across the river. They're going to have taken each other out. They're in a prime position to get
Kevin Hysteria. Kev trying to build on up. Hysteria had much lower health, but that's not the case anymore. Hysteria, 3 eliminations. And the sigh of relief, it seems, from him as he lives to see another day. Gone nearby as well. God looking to push his engagement. I think he thinks Hysteria is very weak, but little does he know, Hysteria was basically gifted a med kit. He's still got some shields left. I think that this is Hysteria's fight to take as well.
Applying pressure in a situation like this, especially when you have somebody very close to the edge of a mountain. Hysteria can't back out of this easily unless he goes for elevation as well. You see the push now coming from Gone, knowing full well that he's got his opponent in a tougher spot just by applying pressure previously. Those kind of shots to knock down surfaces, that's going to make players that are very aware of when a push is going to come. They're going to stop healing, they're going to put up a wall, and Gone knows that, which means he may have interrupted a heal. The aggression, it's absolutely perfect time, but Hysteria going for a play there, trying to get him on YouTube and jumping up above the bounce pad to get elevation. A brave play. 41 damage, no shield remaining, is going to go for it. Another one, the shot's midair and gets the elimination on Gone.
Beautifully done by Hysteria, his 4th elimination of the game. And he's going to go ahead and drop out into the low gravity zone. Ooh, that clinger lands right behind 42 MZ. The clingers aren't being stacked, so, you know, structures. He's able to get out with his life. MZ with the heavy sniper rifle. Remember, that does 1,100 damage to a wall, so it instantly destroys anything. Metal, brick, wood. He's made into the zone, though, so I think he's pretty content with where he is right now. No, no,
42's gonna
no.
Do it, do it, do it.
Oh,
Almost.
this player.
Now, I'm curious if 42 realizes there are a number of players underneath him. There are actually 2 underneath him in the tower. And he wasn't even paying attention to that. He was watching the third party, which I don't blame him. The people underneath, unless they start smacking out the materials underneath him to drop him down, he doesn't really have to worry about him too much. This low grab zone, I'm going to be honest with you, I would avoid that entirely unless you were forced into it, because those jumps, you float so much that if any player, especially 42, he's got this heavy sniper, a body shot midair for a player with really good accuracy.
It's easy to track when someone's floating like that. 42 just sitting above, still at one a limb. Don't know exactly where he stands in the standings. Really have to force a fight, maybe go for these couple limbs to get a point on the board.
Now, Bearded, DT both have 3 eliminations. That's a point apiece. And Asteria actually right now with the most in this match at 4. But nobody's got the 5 yet. 5 would get him to 2 eliminations, or 2 points. My apologies.
There's that heavy being used. He cuts down that wall instantly. Almost had a chance to get a free point of damage on, but I do have to give some props to Asteria. You know, playing every single day so far this week. Not getting frustrated. Goes for the quick scope. Doesn't actually happen. Can't follow it up, and now there's the third party as well. He's just going to get close and potentially dive on in. He's playing just to be on the edge of the zone again. This has been 42's strategy for the last 2 circles. Now he's officially safe. Build battle. 42. Pyramids from both sides. Hysteria on the ground, just throwing some grenades. Not much ammo left. Needs to use anything he can get to drop this player down. Can he get the 5th limb? Joda down to just, what, 30 HP and some minis. Hysteria gets control of the wall. Spray. Can he hit the shots? It doesn't appear so as of yet. Will he elect to go from the top? Joda, he's trying to get an edit on the wall out, and Hysteria knows that. He's got the high ground yet again, and Hysteria fails the build, so he'll be back to the low ground. But Joda's down here again. Another shot. Joda even weaker. Hysteria trying to follow it up. This will be for the 5th limb and 2 points. He just seems, he's not building ramps. No! Still can't hit the shot.
At that point when he was jumping around the left side over there, I'm surprised he didn't build a ramp to get over the top. Now, I guess at this point, I mean, if
that's all he's got left. This is all the ammo he has left to use. The small ammo in the minigun. Another shield tag. Hysteria just pleading to get this a limb. Now he gets third party down to 45 HP, and you know Joda heard that.
This feels almost like potentially like a loss of focus. He's so locked in on getting the 5th elimination for that 2nd point that he's
and now Joda's
like he forgot the build. He's getting third party now from the back, and the Storm's going to push him even more. He just got shot from the angle. He's got to move in. He's opting to go for the elimination, go for the number 5, get the 2nd point, hit the last shot, and he gets it on wheels.
And he's going to be happy with that.
The Storm. That's 2 points.
He's going to be happy with that. That's 2 points for Hysteria. We saw him with a 2-point game earlier on. We'll be seeing him tomorrow for sure in Monday's $1.5 million grand final. Colton, who I was going to touch on, had so little to his name. That was before he wound up jumping to that low grab mode. That's how he got his 1 limb of the game. Gyre, there's the heavy, breaks the wall and tags the health. That's why it's so useful. Down to our top 25 players. This is the last game of the night. Again, folks, remember, this entire week we've been going live at 6 p.m. Pacific time. That is not the case tomorrow. Tomorrow's $1.5 million grand finals begins at 11 a.m. PST. Spend your holiday with us here to see who can take home that $225,000 top prize.
This heavy sniper's going to take a shot. Very close to catching that player in the top of that 1-by-1 off guard. It's funny, he takes a shot, he backs back down the ramp, and the reload on that relatively long. He has an opportunity to take his hands off his keyboard and mouse. The shots there from Frankie, who we saw earlier, gets diabolic. The SMG spray. Up close, that thing is a blender. It hits so hard in the sniper to use it. Wow, the snipe coming in, knocking the surface out. His knives is pushing across, trying to get underneath.
Congrats, he got his challenge done for building structures.
Wow.
It's a tough one. It's tougher for some of these players. His knives building below. Gyre just more than happy to peek with this heavy sniper. Looking to see if he can catch him off guard like the player on the edge of the zone. Nothing as of yet. He's got all the ammo in the world to just chill up here.
His loadout is actually absolutely ridiculous.
Oh, it's brilliant.
He has a ton of materials right now. He has 2 full shields. He's sitting at 190 total HP. And actually, if you see the keybinds, you see there spell lupo. Did you catch that?
No, I didn't.
Not even kidding. Roll it back. Check out the clip.
Guess he's earned himself a new fan from you, but it's been 1 minute and 30 seconds from the last limb. I believe we just had one. Yes, there it is. Loop. Oh, whoa.
The build keybinds.
The extra, but that's actually really funny.
Prism, Nazgul, the Storm starting to push players in. This is where we get some crazy engagements. Everything kind of turns into chaos. You see a lot of players stacked on top of each other in the middle, but who's left on the outside? That east, south, and southwest sides, they're all going to have to push in. You see
he just needs one more for a point.
Nazgul getting Prism to feed. Shotgun shots. Oh, SMG spray right there. He's looking. He's hunting. Jair wants one more shot with that heavy sniper. Fade right on the edge. Just barely safe, but he's going to have to move quite a bit. The next circle is in the southeast side.
Only 123 metal left to his name. Nazgul under 50 health. Airco maxed HP right next door, wondering if he's able to push on in and try to force that engagement. Kriz is still in this as well from C9 at 200 health. A strategy we've seen with this heavy sniper, you kind of use it as a battering ram to push through a wall and then follow it up with a shotgun.
Look at Sokka
has literally 1 health, 1 HP. But how would Jair know?
Faye gets the elimination on Rex in the feed, taking the shot, just barely clipping his own floor after the snipe shot. Potentially maybe cost him a little bit of damage there since the shots didn't go in on the wall.
Again when we get that replay?
He's got to move just a little bit.
He's actually not had to move for the last, what, 2 zones? Can't ask for much more if you're Jair.
Going to have to wiggle this time around, too. Bartologist super close to his opponent there with 1 HP, Sokka, and we have Fade here basically.
Jair got the snipe!
He did.
He just got the snipe on the big saucy, which will give him a point. That might be the thing that qualifies him for tomorrow. We'll see in the standings after this game.
Fade not realize there was somebody right next to him.
Doesn't matter. He died to the zone too. Fade dies to the zone.
But he was at 4 eliminations. Yeah. If he had made the choice to try and get a shotgun shot off on that player that was also stuck outside, that could have been a second point for him. But he didn't. He went for the push, and there's so many layers there.
Here it is from Jair. Oh my gosh. And look, there's the relief. Knows just how key a third of limb for 1 point could be. Jair's lost a good amount of HP.
2 more left, and then players start. Crispy just was lost to the Storm. 2 more players go down, and then everybody that's left gets at least 1 elimination just based, or sorry, 1 point based on rank alone. Jair gonna layer up on top of himself. Now's the time. You just kind of hang out inside. Only 30 HP left, so he can't take too much storm damage. The storm doesn't affect shields. Players, these guys, they're so on top of that he knows he's got to start moving early. He knows he can't spend too much time in the storm. He can't move too early though. You're gonna take some ticks from that. Like these catacombs of buildings inside here. All the players that they put down just to secure every movement they can, because there's so many angles to C4, and his builds might not be enough to save him from something like this. We'll see here in a second. He's going to try and start making moves. 2 more players need to go down, and then Jair gets a second point here, which would put him in potentially on Monday.
He knows this too. He actually, I thought he got pulled into the rift to go too. We swap perspectives to Bartologist.
Lands, there's multiple players both above and below him. The footsteps are every direction.
Another rift to go was just used. Fake Jesus eliminates 1. Airco, and that a limb. Jair gets a limb at 11th place, so he doesn't earn the extra point.
That gives everybody that's still alive a single point, though. Bartologist just watched somebody drop down. I'm surprised he didn't peek over the corner and try and go for a shot. That shotgun. But he's waiting inside, secures himself inside a little base. Airco, Vape Jesus getting multiple eliminations to feed. Kriz takes Airco out. Ponzi all eliminated.
Geomok's had a quiet day so far, but this is his opportunity. A victory royale, 2 more limbs. Either of this could really just fly him up these leaderboards to join Tempo and tfue, who we're expecting to see tomorrow. Bartologist with his second elim of the game. 5 players left. It all comes down to this for some of these players. The launch pad to resecure the high ground. Bartologist starts to play the low ground now as well. Looks like that's Tempo Vape Jesus who's dropping down. 3 players left. Bartologist with another elim to knock out JP2 from LG.
This gives Vape Jesus 3 points based on being 3rd place and having 3
Same with Bartologist.
Excellent games for both of them. Bartologist gets the drop in and the trap for the elim. The last 1v1, that trap might come in big depending on the angle. Oh! Goes off, Jamok dodges it, trying to peek up over the top. This corner right here could be it.
He's got to watch this trap on the inside the wall. Drops on down, the quick tag, shotgun in hand.
Him around the corner.
Jamok with the victory.
You were literally just saying a quiet day up until right now.
He needed that right there. Yeah. He needed that right there, and he knows it. The sigh of relief. He knows that might have been all the difference. Dodges the trap twice and gets the final limb. for the victory royale. Down to the wire. I have to ask something from this crowd. For all the action we've seen, for all our competitors up to this point, can we give a round of applause for everyone this week? Absolutely.